everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place, and I am here with our final card from card number 4 from our online class, Circling Sayings. And if you want to learn how to figure out to join my class, if you're just here watching the video, all the information is in the description box below. Go to my Facebook, go to my YouTube, go to my blog. There's links on all those pages to find out how my online class works. And all those links are in the description box below. So we had to purchase this or use what you have, but this is the bundle that I chose to use for the class this month. And let's get started. If you would like to leave me a comment, share any of the above, that would be greatly appreciated. So hold on one second. My dog opened up my door. Okay. All right. So now this is the card we're going to make. Isn't this a fun card? Yeah, so we're going to do some stamping first. We're going to start out with the stamping. I'm going to set that right there. So you're, well, before we can stamp, actually we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. Let's back up a little bit. I'm using the Stitched Shapes dies. If you want, you can cut these down to the actual, to just a square, which this one runs 2.5 by 2.5, and this one is 2 by 2. So if you didn't want the stitched part around it, that's what size these squares are. So we're going to take and we're going to get our platforms here out. Let's see. Oop. Okay. So we need platform 1, we need platform 2, and then we need a platform 3. And I'm going to put this right on top of it, just like so. I'm using Post-it note tape. I am affiliate with Amazon. I do get a small commission if you click on the link that's in the description box below to purchase that. And then, well, I got this piece of tape stuck on here. Here we go. And then we have our vanilla scrap piece. And I'm going to put a piece of tape on there. And I have another piece right here. Okay. And then we're going to put another platform 3, and you're going to run it through your die cutting machine. Okay. You will have a little edge, so if you want to make it a little smaller, if you're cutting it out, you can. But I absolutely love these dies, so I'll put them aside. Alright, now we're going to start with some stamping. So what you want to do is you just want to make sure your triangle or your square is shaped like a diamond now, like this on your paper. Then you're going to take the stamp set that looks like waves and a sun and everything. Take your Memento black ink and stamp this up. Make sure you get it good and stamped. Then you're going to take this and you're going to kind of come right in the center, down as far as you can, and then just stamp like so. Okay, so it looks like that. And then on the other, we have 2 sheets of these, and these are 5 1/4 by 4. This piece is. So we have 2 sheets of it, or 2 pieces. So you're going to take one of the pieces, and you're going to take the stamp set that says thinking of you, and I'm just putting it right here in the center. And then I went ahead, because of this being the ocean in that, and I wanted a little something more inside. You don't have to, but I stamped these seashells. So I stamped the seashells in there. And then that's all the stamping that we have to do. But now we're going to do some coloring. For this one here, we used Daffodil Delight Light and Dark. Yeah, Daffodil Delight Light and Dark. Then we are going to use Lost Lagoon. And I used light and dark on that. Let me make sure I have it. Yes. And then I have a gel pen here. Okay. So now we're going to color this in. And I'm going to probably fast forward it. So I'm going to start out with the dark, and I'm going to color the center, and then I do light on the outside, and then I go over it with the dark, as you will see here. So we're going to start out with these two colors. And okay, so now let's get building this card. So you're going to take your other piece of Very Vanilla that is 5 1/4 by 4. You're going to take your Stitch Square Lost Lagoon, and we're going to add adhesive, whatever adhesive of your choice, and we're going to put it all over the back side of this card. Then we're going to kind of center it the best that you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, just like that. Okay, so now everyone's got some strips. You got 4 strips because you need 4. You actually could get away with cutting it each time, but I'm just going to use the 4 strips. So then what you're going to do is you're going to pick one of the sides that you want. And we're going to go and put some liquid glue. I find liquid glue is best. Kind of eyeball about how much liquid glue. And actually, you should bring in a silicone mat. Okay. And then you're going to line up the edge of this with the edge of this. And you're going to butt it up right as tight as you can. And then just let it go off the page like that. Okay? Just like that. Then you're going to rotate it. Try not to get your glue. We're going to rotate it around. You're going to take your another one. Now, like I said, this is where I said you could cut it and just keep reusing. But this is just how I've been doing it. And you're going to put glue on here. Just like so. You're going to butt it right up against this one. Try to make your line as straight as you can. Did I put glue? Oh, I didn't put glue all the way down. May have to add a little glue to this one. Butt this right up against there. You just don't want to see any of the vanilla. Okay? And just keep it as straight as you can. Then rotate it around. grab another one and put some glue on it. I'm going to butt this one right up against the edge of that black one and the edge of the Lost Lagoon paper. Put it right up like that. Move it around. If you have glue, clean it up. And then get your last one. And you might be able to make another card with this if you have enough strips. You will definitely could do another card. This is my first time making these cards. They're all over Pinterest. I don't know who first created it, but they're all over Pinterest. They're all over the internet. And then here you just want to butt it up that way, make sure you butt it up against this little black piece right there too. Okay? Then you're going to take a pair of scissors, and I find it easier if you flip it over, and then you're just going to cut these off. I got something on the end of that scissor. And then you're just going to cut them off. And this is what I mean by you have enough left over. Let's see, you have all this left over. You could definitely do another card of each one. So we'll just set these aside. Make another card or something. Okay, I'm going to wipe my scissors off because they got a little glue on them. All right, now what we're going to do is you've got 4 different sheets of Designer Series paper. And you're going to take this paper. This is from the Inked Barnacle 6x6 pack. So you each got half a sheet of 4 different kinds. And then we're going to go in and we are going to put this down just like this and butt it up. So what I do is I just go ahead and add a bunch of glue on the spot that I need it to put in. And then I'm just going to take one of the straight edge and one of the corners, and I'm just going to put it in here. And I am just pressing this down. Give it a second or two to adhere. Okay? And then I'm going to rotate it. And you definitely have enough paper to do it again. And I'm going to do this one over here. Put some glue. And then take your other paper. Again, just butt it right up in that corner, put this right here, and adhere it down. Okay, just like so. And then turn it again, and then take your next piece, whatever piece you want. This piece, I think I'm going to use this piece. Now this piece, you're going to have to do it the long way. Because if you do it the short way, there's a piece missing right there. So you want to do it the long way so that there's no piece missing. And so then you're going to put ink right here. Or ink glue. I'm saying ink and I mean glue. Butt it up here. Make sure it's all the way that way. Just kind of make sure all your pieces are touching up tight. Okay, then we're going to rotate it, and we got one more piece here, and again, I don't think this piece is going to work this way. See how much you have left? So you got to do it the long way again. And then you're going to put this here. It's a great way to use up scraps. You could just pull out different scraps and do it. It's a fun little patchwork, kind of like a quilting. That seems to be very popular right now, this quilting technique and stuff. So definitely, you know, check it out. All right, so then you have 2 options. You can get your trimmer out and trim it, which is what I'm going to do because I feel like I can get a better cut with it. Or you can use your scissors. But I do find that if I put it in like this, I can get a better cut. I just have to make sure I'm lining it up right on the edge here of the cut line. I think that's it. If I have to go back, I will. Yeah, I might. Okay, I'm going to have to pick up for this one. If you come to a little corner spot, pick your blade up and go back. Now I didn't cut that piece right there because that's a good corner to use again. So I just stopped right there. Okay. And I'm going to probably have to trim this again because I couldn't tell if I was right to the edge. So I'm just going to go back over it again. And that one's not going to like me. There we go. Yeah, I should have been over just a tad bit more, but the first cut, you might have to do it a couple times, okay? So now we're going to put this one here. I think I'm right. I'm going to hold. This is a good line right here to use on your trimmer to kind of use it. There you go. So you have all these pieces that you can still use for your card. And if you take a smidgen off the card, it's still okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay. As long as you're straight. Okay. Well, I don't want to cut that one. There we go. Just like that. And then turn this one over. And I'm just using these lines that are going across my cutter to help me guide that this is straight. And I'm holding this too because I'm not down here where it helps hold it. And then I'm just going to cut. Okay. And then I see right here I have a little piece of something that didn't cut right, so I want to trim that. Flip it over, look it out over, kind of decide if you need to trim anything. I think this is the first side that I did, and I started to tear it right there, but not enough. You can't really tell, so I think it's going to be okay. It's going to be a-okay. Now you can use your scissors. A lot of people do that. And there you go. So there's that piece. And as you can see, I still have a ton of this left. You guys will. And I still do. That you can do another card. So you could actually make another card. Because you still have a bunch of paper pieces left. Okay. So now we're going to take a piece. This is an 11 by 5 1/4 and or 4 1/4, and I scored it at 5 1/2. And I did black. What they usually recommend in other videos that I've seen is whatever color your base is what color you should do your stripes. So then when you lay it down like this, it kind of just looks like a patchwork quilt. So see, I have a piece hanging right here. I don't know why, but we're going to trim it. There we go. And then we're going to put this down just like so. Now you can pop it up, use adhesive. I'm just going to put it down flat. Okay. And we'll add this. Kind of figuring out, you know, equal parts around the best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so now we have that, and then we're going to open it up and we're going to add this piece to the inside, the one that we put all the stamping on in the inside. Okay, now this one here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of it. And the next step is optional. It's all up to you if you want to do it. I did it on my last one, and it was because I got a little bit of ink, or the blend, in where my waves were. And I got a little bit here now too, so And I just put that like that. And this is why I did it on that one. I got a little bit of wave in there, or ink in there. So I just took my white gel pen and I colored this all in white. Any type of gel pen that you have. And I just kind of made it look wavy, and I just kept going over it. And I just keep going over the spots if I had anything that shouldn't have. And it looks good. It looks cute. It makes it look nice. And then I would let that dry a little bit, and then after it dried, because you won't, right now I have white over top of my black lines that are in there a little bit, and then I would take my, like a Sharpie, any type of ballpoint pen that is very fine like that, and I would go over top of them so that way your lines stand back out. But that's all I did. I did not add any gems or anything to this card. I thought it looked really good. This is a very fun card. I did make one with an octagon. I haven't put it all the way together, but I want to show you guys. And it's not, there's a couple things I want to change on it, so you can't just like, this one is definitely more complicated, but I did this. It's not attached to the card. But I didn't put a base card back there, and I kind of wish I had, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this shape out again, and I'm going to make it pop up off the page a little bit and put one over top of it. I'm just not 100% sold on the plain white back there, so I'm going to change that up. But I just wanted to show you can do it with an octagon too. So this is kind of a fun shape, and I used some of the new fall colors. So hopefully I'll have this fixed and I'll post it over on my blog or something. But yeah, but this is card number 4, guys. I hope you enjoyed all the cards we did in our class. And if you want to join next month's class, I haven't picked out a thing yet, but yeah, we can do that. And all the information is in the description box below. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.